And now, right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Hello, world. Hello, world. This is your host, Jania Butler from the New American Perspective on remote location in Philadelphia, PA. I was here last night on deck for the debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. What did you think? Everybody has mixed results, mixed reviews on it. You know, I've got so many thoughts on it. Let's just get right in. Okay, so we start off. I was actually out at the motorcade for President Trump. And, you know, he came in all regal. First, J.D. Vance, he came up in his Trump Vance airplane. And then Trump came up with his motorcade. There was about maybe 200-300 people, and then I saw an additional maybe 400, 500, 600 people outside of this motorcade waiting to see Donald Trump come through in Pennsylvania. Now that's really important, people, because in Pennsylvania, right? Pennsylvania is the battleground state. Now they was outside. Now they said that Kamala got in the night before and there was nobody showing up. So I think that we're just looking at a different crowd. Right. And so I met a Representative Byron Donalds down at Max's Steakhouse in Philadelphia. Shout out to Assembly candidate Sesson Adams. Remember, he's running in Harlem. He was out there in Philadelphia on deck, his hometown, for Byron Donalds and at Max's Steakhouse, and we had steaks and we talked to a couple people out there. It was the climate was very, very interesting because I think that the Black community is waiting to be engaged. I think what the Republican Party has yet to do, and I'm working on it, has yet to do is really sit with the Black community and really find out how we create that communication. Because yesterday, I don't know. So then after, you know, the motorcade went in, we gave him a strong, you know, power to the people fist, and the people were excited. And you'll see some footage with that, you know, coming up a little later. After that, we then looked at the debate. Okay, so the debate with President Trump. How did you think that went? Okay, so Vice President Harris, she came in. She was very, very structured. Now, what I didn't like about her presentation was, you know, like Bernie Sanders said, that she's catering to the people, that she was method acting for the last 5 days up until this particular debate. And so she's in with the, I'm sure, Barack's greatest people talking. And what I didn't like about it is that she was so scripted. So she runs across the stage, you know, promoting that power. I'm coming to say hi to you. She ran all the way across there. Trump was like, oh, okay. Hi, how are you? Good. Nice to see you. She went over, and then you could tell that she was trying to remember what she was saying in her head. So that's where I had a problem with it. I thought the debate was, I thought she did good as an actress. And I thought President Trump stayed to his way and to his mission, and I don't think that he played any games. And so I like that part. I like the fact that, you know, he was off the top of his head, where she very much wasn't off the top of her head. She very much was saying scripted sound bites. Now, what was smart about their campaign? See, now this is where we got to look at stuff, because what was smart about her campaign was that they are looking for these nice sound bites. So now you hear everything running. It sounds like she did a great job, right? And they know that everybody is not going to either watch the live debate, right? Are they watching the live debate, or are they going to just listen to these sound bites and get off over the sound bites and just assume what they're hearing was good across the board. And so that's what I didn't like. But if we're playing a game, she played a well game. But President Trump stayed to the mission, and I felt that President Trump was more of the commander in chief than, happy-go-lucky over here. She was remembering our points. She was hitting our points, and, she was kind of, method acting like she was practicing. She did very well. So I want to say that her coaches did very well. But let's talk about what is some of the stuff that they talked about, or some of the stuff that they didn't talk about, right? So some of the stuff that they talked about was the migrants. Now, everybody is trying to sweep this under the table. We cannot sweep this under the table, especially in communities of color. Because if all of these people are coming in, and then we have to pay extra taxes for these people coming in, and we already can't get ahead, what happens now? So you're telling us to accept this influx without accepting a step up in America, with still being in the same place that we started in as America, but now you're giving other people, another group of people, a jump start over top of us to run past us, and we're supposed to clap and be happy for the party. And this is the problem that's in front of us, people. We can't be happy about that. And I'm sorry to, the people that are in fear of getting rounded up. Well, I'm in fear of my community being extinct. So how far does that go? It's survival of the fittest. So the group that is with Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, the group of people that are supporting her are the fundamental people, the people who believe, the people who are really not hurting over this inflation. The people who are really not hurting over these rising gas prices. The people who can say, that's nothing. Well, it's something to people in America, and it's something to our community. And we've got to look at this another way. Now, they both didn't roll out their plans. So let me look at that. And let me tell you why I believe that they didn't roll out their plans. They didn't roll out their plans because they didn't have them. Okay, you've got President Trump for the last, 4 or 5 last year, 2 years, being caught up in court cases, right? And they did this on purpose. And now the thought that just came to mind is they did this on purpose, right? So look at this game that is being played in front of us. So if President Trump, so they tied President Trump up for 2 years. So now you got Biden. Now they knew that when Biden had first gone in, that he might make it 4 years, not gonna make it 8. They knew that. Okay, so they had plenty of time. So what they did is they put President Trump in a chokehold with all of the, out in Atlanta, you got the RICO with Fonnie Willis, you got here, and using all Black people to round him up. Right. And now getting their butt kicked because, your girl Fonnie got caught again. But so you're using all of these Black folks across the board. You've got Letitia James in New York. She tried to take the buildings down. New York ain't been the same since Letitia came down and kicked the buildings. Okay. Then you've got Representative Alvin Bragg, who a Chief Justice the other day just said on a hot mic, got caught on a hot mic saying that whole thing was nonsense. And all those cases were nonsense, and they were to move Trump out of the way from the election. Now we see this, people. So if this is happening to him at the highest levels, imagine how it's happening to us on the lower levels. And imagine how much easier it is. He actually had money to do it, and they still took him out. So imagine how much easier it is to do it. So, you've got all these people and all these things. So Trump didn't really have time to put a plan together, if we're being honest. Now, she didn't have time to put a plan together because they just threw her in. But how come now they're right neck and neck? Really makes sense. So now I want to say that was scripted 2 years ago. Slow him down. because he would have had the plans. He would have been playing president on the side. But instead, they caught him up in court, and he had to go pay and do all these things. So he didn't have time. So I'm gonna give him a little bit of time for that, because I believe that he was with the American way. And I still thought that he was hilarious. I thought that was my I don't want to say it, my N-word. He's the N-word. That's what I want to say. And I thought that that he held his line and he did what he was supposed to do. And like I said, I felt that, she read her lines, she memorized her lines, and she did good in that regard. So I'm just going to say, she didn't win that debate. She was horrible to me. I was watching her, but then I realized what they were up to and what they were doing. So they were definitely smart about that. Okay. That was definitely it. Now I've got a friend tapping in with us, Manuel Ayala out of Puerto Rico. And he's got a great thought on this. He's new to politics, but he's been with me since I started running in 2017. I started my first run for Congress in Harlem as a Republican. And I ran as a Republican to start the conversations that Black people could be Republicans. So today, when I'm standing and chilling with my guy, Congressman Byron Donaldson, and I see other Black Republicans, our age, hip hop style, stepping up, then I get happy about that, because that was the mission from the beginning. But now my mission is to make sure that President Trump gets back in office. Not so much that I despise Kamala Harris or don't want to see a woman in position or a woman in power. She's controlled. She's very, very controlled. And I have to be very scared about a woman that's being controlled, that was rather robotic in everything that she was saying, rather, just really outside the box, as far as, well, let me not say outside the box. She was very in the box. It seemed like she was able to tune and tap in and say, well, I think you did this. And I was wondering what she was doing when she was getting in the camera and talking to the American people, when she was like, he'll never worry about you. It was all sound bites. So again, it was all a setup. The Democratic Party right now, this is the party of entertainment. And then how about when Taylor Swift, right after the election, tweets out to all her Swifties, oh, I'm voting for Kamala Harris. I mean, was that a power play or what? Very power play, very scripted, but very trying to take America away. America, let me talk to you for a second. This woman was not elected. So that's the first thing against democracy. They knew that President Biden wasn't going to be able to be in there. And that's why they didn't let those other people debate for their American right, for the right to be the president. Now, she was put in office, and now she's being taught how to run this office, not by herself. There was nothing that she said that was off the cuff. There was nothing. That's why she's not meeting with the press, because she cannot talk in that manner. And I have a problem with that, good people, a really good problem with that. And I don't know where we're going to go with that and where that's going to take us in the near future. I'm just saying, I don't know what's happening with her. But like I said, but guess what? Most of the American people like what they heard. I'm hearing, oh, Trump got washed. Trump was this, Trump was that. I don't know. I think it's depending how you look at it. He was cool, calm, and collective. They say that he got off his hinges. Nah, you guys are lying. He was talking crazy. Now, what he said was that they said that he was talking crazy. They did say that he was eating dogs. They said that he was out there eating dogs. They said that he said that there's some migrants, some Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio, that were reported eating cats and dogs and people's pets. Now, there was a report and there is a video out there. I've seen it myself. Now, whether or not what they were picking up was a cat. The guy said, "Did you eat your cat?" And so it was a different, and now they're saying, "Oh, it's a different scenario. It's not the migrants." Stop acting like these migrants running across the border is, you're talking about them. Why don't you just let them come? Because you pay for them. So why doesn't the Democratic Party, all the Democrats that want the migrants to come over, you go ahead and take your tax money and pay for the people to start their new lives in America? Because I can't get that anywhere. I would like the start over button too. Give me the start over button, and then we rock and roll with it. I'm trying to see where Manuel is. And so I was telling you about Representative Fonnie Willis, and let me show you what I got on today. I got on my uniform. My brother is a retired chief in the Navy, so I had to represent him today. You see me? And so
I'm here.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. This is Manuel Ayala.
Yeah, get it right. Get it right.
Excuse me. So this is my great friend here and partner, and we've been working together for over 15 years. So we have a few more minutes, Manuel, aka Mad Dog. Tell us what you thought about the debate.
Woo. It was heated, and comparative to the Trump and Biden one, where there is no comparison. You already know Trump won that. It was hands down. Biden was lost. Now we come to Kamala and Trump, man, and it was real interesting because understand they are really two different opinions. It's so crazy. There ain't no in between. There is no lines, that bring them together. There's nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And it was crazy because my man Trump didn't even look at her at one time all night. He gangster. He's gangster.
Yeah, right there. I was like, that's my G. What was your favorite part about the election?
Wow, so it's so many components to now listen, it's so many components, man. Whether it was talking about, it was crazy. I'm gonna tell you one that really stood out to me that I spoke to my mom this morning. I said, yo, it's so crazy. And you've always told me, yo, Trump is a gangster. You know what I'm saying? And when he was talking about the war between Russia, and Ukraine, and he was like, yo, that would have never happened if I was there. I would have went and spoke to Putin. I would have had a conversation and it would have never happened. Dead. This is what I need in my office. I need somebody that can bring true results. Same way he said, hey, even if he wins as an electoral, as he comes over and transitions into office in January of next year, he said, I will take care of that situation before it goes down.
As president,
he said, I will end the war in 24 hours.
He said, as president-elect. So tell us what's going
on. President-elect. He didn't say when I get there. He said, as president-elect, I will go talk to them brothers.
That we want to see. So tell us, you're over in Puerto Rico right now. Tell us,
I am.
Over there, how do you feel? Do you feel connected to America? You're a mainland guy, and now that has gone out to your home country and now seeing the difference. What's your thoughts?
Be honest with you, and I hate to say it the way I say it, Puerto Ricans don't give a I'm gonna keep it a buck. We in our own electoral year. We are looking for a new governor. We are looking for new state senators as we are out here. So we're caught up in our own situation, knowing that that what happens there reflects on us. And you and I, Janine, have spoken about it, how it reflects on us from city to city, to community here in Puerto Rico, man, because we are a freestanding commonwealth. You know what I'm saying? We
Puerto
stand on our
Rico
own. We
doesn't get
elect
a
our
vote,
own.
right? Puerto
Huh?
Rico doesn't get a vote into the presidential election, right?
And that's a problem to me.
Hmm.
That's a problem to me. And we spoken on that because guess what? At the end of the day, what happens in the United States of America reflects on us. You feel what I'm saying? Whether it's money that we get to help our government or help our situation, whether it's Red Cross or FEMA. Like right now, we going through a hurricane season. Man, we already effed up because guess what? We already got towns and cities in our community that have no electricity, have no water, have no gauge. So we're looking for help from the United States of America. And what irritates me is that here you got Biden giving, millions and billions of dollars, to these wars that have no reflection on us. We don't get nothing from them. That's why I get Trump when he said, "Bro, we don't get nothing from them. Ukraine and all them. What do they? What man, Jay, you don't we've had this, and I hate to go there because I'm always gonna look bad being what I
You
gotta
don't look
say.
bad bringing it to the table, and I hate to cut us short. You're gonna have to come back on next
I
week.
got to,
I
man,
hate
because guess
to
what, man?
cut us
I gotta
short.
tell us what we going through in Puerto Rico, man. And guess what? Ain't nobody helping us. You
Right, but
helping
this is
third
why
world
you're
countries,
gonna
but you not helping
this
us.
is why you're there and you're back on the ground. So I want to thank everybody for joining us this afternoon for the New American Perspective, our short but concise debate show today. Thank you to Manuel
Oh no, it's
Ayala
going down. It's going down.
for joining us from Puerto Rico and giving us his Hispanic viewpoint, on
I am a citizen, baby.
yes, of America and of hip hop. So we are going to catch you next week on the New American Perspective.
I'm
Thank you
coming
so
back.
much.
I'm coming back. I got
Butler,
a whole lot to say.
Millennium News 24. You know it. You're always back. Friend of the show, Manny Ayala. Thank you, Noor, over there in the office. I'll see you guys next week. I'm headed to the Congressional Black Caucus, so wait till you see what's going on there. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.
Love.